Hello, everyone. My name is Caroline Passmore. I am the founder and profit strategist of CRP Specialists, Inc. CRP Specialists, Inc. is an advisory firm that specializes in the skilled trades. That's HVAC, plumbing, electricians, all of those types that use a field service application such as Service Titan, House Call Pro, Jobber, and many, many others. So today we are talking about progress billing and why it's one of the simplest ways to keep your cash flow steady and protect your profit throughout a project. So many contractors really, they just get caught in this cycle where the work is moving along, the materials are already paid for, the crew is already paid, and the only thing lagging behind is the billing. So by the time they realize it, they're halfway through a job and way behind financially. Progress billing is what will help fix that. So when you bill as you hit milestones, you stop carrying the cost of the job all by yourself and you stop waiting until the end to get paid for work that's already been completed. This is one of those habits that changes everything once you put it into place. Now, underbilling is one of the biggest cash flow drains in the industry. It sneaks up on people because everything feels just fine. The project looks good, the team is working, but the money is just not coming in at the same pace that the expenses are going out. And when you structure your billing around the work instead of the finish line, you stay on track financially. It's not complicated. You just have to bill at meaningful stages of the job, and your cash flow will stay aligned with the reality instead of the hope. So, the easiest way to create a clean progress billing structure is to break the project into clear, measurable steps before the work begins. For example, a deposit or mobilization payment to get the project moving. That's step one. Then there's a billing point when that first major phase or rough in is complete. Then there may be another billing point at the next major milestone. You determine that. And then, of course, a final payment at completion. Because some of you guys are out there doing some really big, big jobs and you're not billing, as the project completes. So each stage ties directly to the real work and, of course, those real costs. Now, this keeps your profit protected as you go instead of trying to recover everything all at the end. Now, once those milestones are set, there's just no guessing, there's no awkward conversations, and no scrambling to catch up later. So, I'm going to show you exactly how this works inside of QuickBooks so that you can see just how simple it is to set this up. You don't need anything fancy, you just need to know where these tools live and how to use them. So, here we go. I'm going to share my screen in QuickBooks. Of course, QuickBooks is challenging me. So let me share my screen. I think maybe. Mm, Let's see if I can get myself to do this because sometimes I can make these things work. I'm not very tech savvy, just in case we wondered. No, yeah, we're not going to make this work. So I'm gonna give you what I'm gonna do because I really love you guys. Is I'm going to give you a description of what it is that we have to do, and then I'm going to make you a separate video because I know it's very important that we do this. So I'm going to make a separate video that I will attach inside the comments that explains everything that I'm doing because you really need to know how to do this. So what you're going to do is inside the QuickBooks sample company that you're going to go to sales and then customers, and you're going to open up the sample a customer. Progress billing always starts with an estimate. And this is where you lay out the entire project, the scope, the pricing, everything that's going to be billed throughout the job. So you want to enter the full project cost. This estimate becomes the foundation of everything that you do next. Okay, so this is really, really important. You want to make sure that estimate is correct. Then you want to convert the estimate into an invoice. Now, QuickBooks will ask how much of the job that you want to bill. So, since this is progress billing, you're going to choose a custom amount for each line. And this is what lets you bill only the portion of the job that's actually completed at this stage. So if the first milestone is 20% of the job, you're going to enter 20%. And if it's if it's a specific dollar amount, then you enter that. And then once you save it, QuickBooks directly tracks that exact amount and how much has been billed and how much is left. Then you'll be able to see in the customer transaction list everything that has been laid out clearly, the original estimate, the progress invoice that just was created, and the remaining amount available to invoice. And this is where you stay completely in control. Okay, you're going to see what's billed, you're going to see what's still pending, and how much money is still tied up in the project. So that's really the basis of project billing. But now, if you want a quick way to confirm how that project is still performing financially, a report, if you go into reports, jobs, time and mileage, jobs job estimates versus actual details, you're going to see the information that will give you that clean comparison between what it is that you estimated versus what actually is happening. And you'll see right away if labor is creeping up on you or if materials are running higher than expected. You don't need to memorize these things. You just need to check this report and adjust as needed. So now, as I said, I will create a Loom video, so that you can see these things inside of QuickBooks because, again, technology is challenging me and doesn't want to let me show you right now off the cuff. So, but again, once you get comfortable with this workflow, progress billing becomes second nature. It keeps your cash flow stable, protects your profit, and gives you a clear view of where you stand throughout the project instead of waiting until the end. And if you're not using progress billing yet, it's time to start. It brings you much more stability to your business and gives you the confidence that the financial side of your projects are keeping up with the actual work. I hope it helps. Again, we'll create the actual video in QuickBooks so you see it. And if you need any additional assistance with any of this, feel free to reach out to me in Facebook Messenger. I'm happy to set up some time that we can talk and we can go over whatever your individual needs are. I hope you all have a truly happy Thanksgiving. I have a ton to be thankful for, and some of them are all of you out there that continue to watch and listen to me on a weekly basis. And of course, my amazing, wonderful clients that I adore endlessly. So I hope you all have a truly blessed Thanksgiving and an amazing day.